Hello, and welcome to another Financial Planning Minute. My name is Pat Runyon. Today's subject is stock market volatility. And one of the things I want to get across is that volatility when investing is actually a feature and not a downside or a bug. So what is volatility? Well, it's the up and down movement of a particular market, index, individual security day to day. And a lot of times, individual investors as well as professionals associate risk with the level of volatility. So when we're thinking about it from that lens or through that lens, what we need to consider is kind of the ironclad rule of investing first, which is over the long run, there is no expected reward without some level of risk when investing, right? So if that's the case, then what I find is most investors are okay with volatility as long as it's going the right way, which I would call upside volatility. And if markets are returning more than average, or markets are consistently, kind of up and to the right, as we say, on a chart, then that's okay. But where that falls apart is on the downside, when there's larger losses or bigger swings downward. That can be really uncomfortable and can cause people to do things that, quite frankly, aren't in their best interest over the long run. And we're all human beings, and when things scare us, such as volatility, we can make emotional decisions. So I'm going to just offer three quick tips in terms of volatility that may help you get through those tough times. The first and most important is developing investment allocation that is in line with your goals. If you developed an allocation thinking about what you're trying to achieve and developing the risk around that to support those goals, you're much more likely to stick with it over the long run, because you're only taking the amount of risk that it takes to get you to where you're going. The second is making sure your investments are broadly diversified. We have a lot going on in the regional bank world right now with Silicon Valley Bank and everything that's happened there, as well as some other names. And if you had all of your investments in regional banks, this would be an unbelievably uncertain time, right? But if regional banks only represent a portion of your overall investments, it has some impact, but it's not going to make or break you over the long run. And the third is when things get choppy, and if you've done the first two things that we talked about, which is developing a plan and being diversified, it's all about discipline. It's about sticking with that plan in the times that are good and even the times that are bad, to make sure that on the other side, you're reaping the rewards that the markets are bearing because of the risk that you're taking. I hope that's helpful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.